Today, we'll be taking a look at Azazel and Semjaza. They are two of the watchers mentioned in the book of Enoch. Azazel is mentioned in the Bible, but is usually translated as scapegoat. I'll be taking a look specifically at the Book of the Watchers, which is the first section in the book of Enoch. I've discussed in a previous video about how the Book of the Watchers was composed over time by several authors, so be sure to check that out. Since Azazel is in one layer and Semjaza is in another, there is some tension between the two storylines. Nicholsburg says, the addition of the Asael material creates a number of tensions, disjunctions, and contradictions in chapters 6 through 11 that are typical of the Jewish religious and literary expression in the Greco-Roman period. In my source attribution, Semjaza was at first when that layer combined Enoch with the Watcher's narrative. Then the next layer shown in green here shifts the main problem in the story from the Watchers mating with human women to Watchers teaching human women forbidden knowledge. And Azazel is a big part of that shift. Let's take a look at the text, starting in chapter 6. In the lavender layer, Semjaza and his followers form a pact to leave heaven and go to take human women as wives. The orange layer commonly inserts elements from the biblical narrative. I'll talk more about that in a future video, but I think that's the case here, and the time frame of Jared is added. The list of their leaders not only interrupts the narrative flow, but also each name in the list has an astronomical meaning, which is also a feature of the orange layer. We continue in chapter 7, where the lavender layer has the Watchers take wives. They then teach forbidden knowledge, which is a feature of the green layer. Then back to the lavender layer, where the offspring of the Watchers cause trouble. Their transgressions are then expanded even further, and lawlessness is mentioned, which is a feature of the green layer. Moving on to chapter 8, Azazel is added to the narrative in the green layer, which also mentions its typical use of the words fornication and godlessness. Then Semjaza is mentioned again, but this time it's not in the lavender layer because it has to do with astrology, which is a feature of the orange layer. If you want to see my source attributions for the entire Book of the Watchers text, I'll link to it in the description. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and please like, share, and subscribe.